Hey guys, how's it going? Kulprit here, and today I want to talk about a topic I was going to avoid and I wasn't going to talk about. It's kind of heated, touchy subject for me. For some of you guys that follow me on Twitter, you know this is something I've been very outspoken about, very frustrated by, and that's basically the EA using Call of Duty YouTubers to market, in a sense, Battlefield 4. Now, I'm going to preface it all. I'm saying the reason I'm making this video is I watched a video by Snoov603 and Fake Thriller of Shusty Bang. They did a little bit of a roundtable with iPhone for Hire and ScannerBarkley, and they talked about it for about 20-something minutes. So if you're interested in continuing this conversation, definitely go check their video out. I'm actually hoping that I might be able to add this as a reply video, so to speak, and they'll accept it, but we'll see. Because I wanted to kind of expand on that. So if you want to get more of an understanding of what I'm talking about, go watch their video first. Because basically what they do is they talk at large. They talk on a community basis. Basically I don't want to say hatred, but just the instant, you know, how each community gets so defensive against the other, and Battlefield more so. And it's kind of like the younger brother syndrome, where they're a little envious because the big brother gets all the attention, and that's fine. That's clearly in place here with Battlefield and Call of Duty. One is the big dog on the block, the other one wants to be, both from EA and DICE, and also from the community. So let me lead off by saying I have absolutely no problem with Call of Duty at large. I play the game, I have played the game. I just happen to not enjoy the game as much as I enjoy Battlefield. Battlefield is clearly my home. I'm a member of that community, and I'm a Battlefielder at heart, but I don't hate on Call of Duty. I recognize Call of Duty for what it is. I enjoy it for what it is. For me, it's a casual game. So I don't hate on COD at all, and I do not hate on EA using Call of Duty YouTubers, or any YouTubers for that matter, because they did use some guys that really aren't in either community, honestly, to market Battlefield 4. I think it makes perfect business sense. Now, I take issues with certain ways that this has gone about. I think the lack of transparency is very shady. I think it's not a good business practice on both parts, on EA and on the YouTubers' parts. But you can make an argument that goes for both the Battlefield, YouTubers and the COD YouTubers. And, Snoov and Thriller and Ponstar and ScannerBarkley, they talk about this, and they talk about why it's good business and things, and I fully agree. It's probably smart business by EA and stuff. Obviously I took a little objection to, certain guys being left at home that I felt have been, core Battlefielders for a year and a half now, that I really felt like should have had a seat at that premiere as almost a token of job well done, guys, we appreciate your support. Instead, we're pushed aside and kind of jerked around, and instead, the seat was in essence given to somebody who couldn't care. But I don't take a huge issue with that. I don't like it, but I understand that when you're gonna participate in this like a business, like a lot of YouTubers are doing these days, these things are gonna happen, and the dollar is gonna motivate. For me, my big root of frustration and anger, almost, I do get a bit butthurt about this, and I know that, and I apologize if I come across as a lunatic on Twitter, but I'm very passionate about this, and I can't help but feeling, and Fake Thrower kind of brought it up in their video a little bit, but they didn't really touch on it too deeply, is when they go ahead and they use platforms like the YouTube platform, the Facebook platform, to then promote these guys. So not only are they going to pay these guys premium CPMs, they're going to give them exclusivity for 72 hours or whatever it was. They're now going to use their platforms, their community, Battlefield community platforms, to promote them further. So they're basically, in essence, handing them money and then creating that, that revenue for them. They're saying, we're going to pay you premiums, and then we're going to help you get eyeballs. It doesn't make any sense. And why you would put, obviously this whole uproar really came about. Ponstar put a video, well, he didn't put it up. Let me clarify that. EA or DICE, I don't know who handles their Facebook and YouTube page, put Ponstar's quick little 1-minute kind of summarization that he did, as far as I know, kind of on the spot, as far as I've come to understand. He's actually kind of told some of us how it worked, and people didn't like that. People, love him, hate him, respect him, don't, I don't know, but he at least plays Battlefield 3. He plays it, he does do videos, goes back and forth, that's fine. He's at least has some roots in the Battlefield community, so I don't have as much a problem of them using him. He did get some flack, but I think a lot of it is warranted on his part, because he does jump back and forth from games and things. I understand why the community doesn't fully accept him. I think it's a little overblown, to be quite honest, because if you just don't like someone's content, just don't sub, don't look at it. But it really reached the boiling point when they put up a White Boy 7th Street video, and it was one of the worst videos I've seen. It was clearly just just mocking the entire process, and they put it up on the battlefield, I guess, at large, YouTube and Facebook, and the community got in an uproar. It got downvoted very quickly, and they removed them. They removed both videos actually because Pwnz had some backlash. It wasn't as bad as far as I understood, but White Boys was clearly, it was almost unanimous, and Battlefield community to agree on anything is pretty rare, but they definitely backlashed on this, and it was quite an uproar. So that's where this all comes from again. That's why this is all getting boiled over again. My issue is this. I don't have a problem with them giving them premium quick CPMs. I don't really even have a problem with giving exclusivity. It sucks. I hate it because it locks me out. But that's business. But don't promote those guys to your existing community. And the reason is this. You have not used that YouTube channel for anything in the last 18 months. If you go back and look, there's been very few videos posted there. You barely use the Facebook page for anything, and if you do, it's already the bigger Battlefield YouTubers. My beef is, why didn't you take some of this time and energy and budget over the last 18 months to cultivate your own community, your diehard, passionate people that you don't even have to pay premium CPMs to, and help build them, help grow them? Take these guys that have 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 subs. If you promote them on your YouTube, if you promote them on your Facebook, guess what? That guy with 20K subs that really doesn't even blip on the radar next to Woody's gamertag, well, maybe at this point, 18 months later, we'd have a few more level caps at 150,000 subs. Still not as big as COD, but by and large, you'd be growing your community. And as you get more bigger channels, like right now, we really don't have a lot. There's Pwnstar, but again, he built a lot of his channel on COD. It's hard to really just say him. There's very few pure Battlefield channels that I know of that are over the 100K mark. And that's because the community is still growing. It's new relatively. But I can't help but feel if DICE and EA had put any effort into their own community at all over the last 18 months, the community would be much bigger. It would be much more vibrant. And you know what? Maybe it wouldn't be able to rival, head-to-head the COD community, but it would be able to stand on its own 2 feet a lot better than it does right now. There's no reason that they can't be putting up one video a day on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook channel. It takes, what, maybe, let's just say an hour tops, and that's a lot. But you know what? It's a long-term investment, and this is how I wish they would look at it. Look at it instead of spending what I've heard $10 million or whatever on these premium CPMs through COD that who knows what your return's going to be. Why not take just a fraction of that money? Not even, it doesn't really even cost you anything. Your YouTube channel's there. It takes you in man hours. Basically, you have to have a community manager, I would assume, do these things, but cultivate and help build your own community through your passionate fans who are already making incredibly good content. Instead, you go and you're promoting these guys that couldn't care less, are only doing it because instead of $2 per 1,000, you're paying them $15, in premium CPMs. It's ridiculous. And then to force it down our throats to watch it in your existing diehard passionate community is insulting. And that's why people uproar. And that's why people get really upset, because they feel like you haven't done anything to help your own community. In fact, you've trolled them, you've kind of blocked them on Twitter, you do all these things. And now you want to use this community platform to promote who? Oh, that's right. Guys that couldn't care less about your game. It's insulting, it's mocking us, and it's really just, it's terrible PR. I don't know who the guy that uploaded that White Boy video and hit publish thought this is going to be great, they're going to love this. And that brings me to my second point about that video and why there was such an uproar and why I got so angry about it being on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. It was terrible. It was terrible. I don't care if you are a commentator on Battlefield, on Call of Duty, on Pokemon, on Checkers. I couldn't care less. It was a terrible video. The commentary was just horrible. He's laughing and being sarcastic the entire time. It's just terrible. There's no reason a level of that quality should go up anywhere. So it doesn't even get to, is he a Call of Duty commentator or not? It was a bad video. Why are we putting a really, really bad video up? And you're completely overlooking all the other quality videos that are in your community right now and I know are being submitted. And that, again, just kind of magnified the uproar. They quickly followed up, it seems, and they have tried to put up some really good videos, some videos that I think do deserve that spotlight, and so good for them. And let's hope they continue to do that and shine the spotlight on your passionate fans. Don't shine it on the creators that you had to bribe to come over here just to read a script. Use that spotlight, shine it on your passionate player base, your passionate community. And I'm not just saying YouTubers or anything either. This could be just regular players. It doesn't have to be about YouTubers and about money. Just cultivate and help grow your existing community that has been here for no pay, that has been here out of passion and just pure enjoyment of your game. That's where your priorities should be, and I hope they come around a little bit. And I mean, we can only hope for the future, guys. So I've already rambled enough. I just wanted to kind of add that onto their discussion, and that's where I'm coming from. Because I know that I might look like a lunatic sometimes when I get all frothy at the mouth on Twitter. But I get really kind of frustrated by this because, you know, I understand business. I understand all that. But you know what else is good business? Investing long-term in your current customer base. You don't ignore them completely like they do to try to find new eyeballs. You got to, at the same time, you got to cultivate that current customer base, or you know what, somebody else is gonna. So I don't know, here's hope for the future, guys. Let me know how you feel. Like, what, I mean, obviously clearly most of Battlefield is angry about this for some reason, so tell me what it is that bothers you about the whole fiasco, and you know, tell me if you don't care, because I wish I didn't care, and I'm kind of trying to convince myself I don't, but when I see these things pop up, I get pretty upset. So there you go, guys. There's my little talk about that. I'm already 11 minutes. I apologize. Thanks so much for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments. I always want to hear. And I'll talk to you soon, guys. Take care.